back to another episode of Chelsea's Kitchen, and today I'm going to be making a olive oil cake. So with this recipe, you can, if you don't have olive oil, you can use grapeseed oil or canola oil or another kind of like a tasteless oil. 4 eggs, 1 cup sugar, 7 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 3/4 cup flour, 1 1/2 teaspoons baking powder, pinch of salt, 3 tablespoons whole milk, but I'm using almond milk, 3/4 cup olive oil, zest from 2 oranges and 1 lemon. So I'm just gonna start off with my eggs. Oh, okay, so I started this new technique of using a knife because sometimes my bowls are so plastic and they don't crack as good and then the egg just goes everywhere. So now I'm starting to use a knife and I'm not pro at it, but you can also try it at home. I just find it to be a little bit less messy, I guess, most of the time. And right now I have the butter melting on the stove, so you'll need 7 tablespoons of that, and then you'll also just need a little bit for putting around the cake pan. So I'm just gonna mix my eggs, mix it for about a minute, and then I'll add the sugar and then mix it for another minute. So you just wanna make sure the sugar and egg is well combined. And then since my butter's all melted, I'm just gonna measure out 7 tablespoons. And then I'm just gonna put the rest right into the pan and just to coat it with butter. And I usually just use my hands, depending on what pan you have. Mine has something in the middle, so I just kind of go crazy with the butter. So in the meantime, I'm gonna just pour my flour and my baking powder over into a sifter. Sifting just kind of fluffs up your baking a little bit more. And then I'll go back to the wet and I'll just keep blending. So when that's all blended, I'm just going to slowly add the flour. So I'm not going to overmix it. I just want to mix it a little bit, and then I'm just going to zest my fruit. And then I'll just stir everything in. And this is so typical of me, but I always forget to salt things, and my husband will say that too. So I'm just gonna do a pinch of salt. You were my witness, I did put it in this time. And then I'm going to zest. This is such a nice light cake. It's so fresh tasting, and you could add these are optional, but I think it really adds a lot to the flavor of this cake. And also in the meantime, you could also preheat your oven to 350. Of course, I forgot to do that, so I'll just do that. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. Oh my. Little tip before you zest is you might want to wash your fruit off before. I washed mine off yesterday, but it's always good to give your fruit a little bit of a wash. You guys here? Okay. Okay. Want to smell? Okay, so I'm just gonna stir everything in. And then we're gonna get my buttered tray. So I'm just gonna stick it in the oven, check on it in 30 minutes. Every oven is different, so you just wanna test it with a toothpick, but should be almost ready, so we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm just gonna poke it with a toothpick. You'll get a nice golden color when it's about ready. Looks like it's ready. So I'm just gonna leave it out and let it cool down, and then I'll flip it and then we'll try it. And it smells really nice. It smells nice and citrusy. So I'm just gonna try a little piece. Came out really beautifully. I just love this cake pan. I feel like it just makes such a cool looking cake. I love this cake. It's so good and it's so easy. And it's so moist. And honestly, try it with the orange and the lemon because it gives it such a fruity, citrusy flavor, but not overly. Oh my. Thanks so much for joining me on another episode. We hope you enjoyed this one. Try it with a different oil. Let me know how it goes. And we'll see you next time.